Hello, little friend. Are you ready for a wonderful story about finding your special place? Wave your hand and let's begin together in a cozy pond. Down by a sparkling, sun-dappled pond, a plump brown mother duck with bright orange beak and feet sat proudly on her nest. One by one, her eggs began to wiggle and crack, making tiny tapping sounds. Out popped a tiny, fluffy, yellow duckling, chirping peep, peep. Soon, 5 little buttercup yellow ducklings with small orange beaks were snuggled against their happy mother. But one egg, much bigger than the others, remained. At last, with a final loud crack, a new bird tumbled out, big and gray with clumsy feet and a long, awkward neck. Mother Duck looked surprised and said, "You certainly look different, but I will love you all the same." The little gray bird tried his very best to fit in with his new family. When his fluffy yellow brothers and sisters waddled with their small orange feet, he waddled too, but his big, clumsy feet looked so different. When his little siblings quacked with their tiny, sweet voices, he tried to quack too, but his voice came out as a scratchy, funny squawk, nothing like their cheerful peeps. The happy yellow ducklings would often giggle and swim away from him. "You're too big," one would peep, and another would quack. "Your feathers are the color of a dusty cloud." The little gray bird's heart felt heavy inside, like a tiny stone in his chest. He wished he could be small and yellow, just like his brothers and sisters. He would often hide deep in the tall green reeds, watching the other happy farm animals play in the sunshine. All he wanted was a friend who understood him. He felt all alone in the big world, even when surrounded by others. His heart ached for a place where he truly belonged, somewhere he wouldn't feel so different. One morning, feeling too sad to stay, he quietly swam away from the familiar pond. "I will find a place where I truly belong," he whispered softly to a little green frog who blinked at him from a lily pad. He swam down a sparkling river, hoping each new bend would bring him closer to a place he could call home. The journey was just beginning. He swam farther down the river, past tall trees and busy dragonflies. He hoped he would soon find someone like him, someone who also had gray feathers and a long neck. Suddenly, he met a flock of big, gray wild geese. They had strong wings and long necks just like him. He felt a little flutter of hope in his chest. He swam closer and asked if he could join their group. But the geese just honked loudly and flew away into the big blue sky, leaving him behind. The little bird watched them disappear, feeling all alone again. He wondered if he would ever find anyone like him in this big, wide world. As autumn came, the leaves on the trees turned fiery red and shimmering gold. The air grew chilly, and the world seemed to grow quieter and colder. The little gray bird shivered alone in the cold marsh, feeling the frosty wind ruffle his feathers. He felt so very small and lost in the big, cold world. He spent the long, quiet winter huddled safely in a hollow log, trying to stay warm. The world outside was covered in a blanket of sparkling white snow. He spent his winter days dreaming of a warm place where he could find friendly faces and belong. He wished for the sun to return and bring new life. When spring finally arrived, it melted all the cold ice on the pond. The world woke up and was painted in bright, fresh greens and cheerful colors. The little bird, now much bigger and stronger than before, felt the warmth of the sun on his back. He slowly stretched his large, gray wings, feeling new strength. He looked around at the vibrant new world, green and alive with buzzing bees and singing birds. A feeling of hope fluttered gently in his heart. He felt ready for new discoveries and adventures. Perhaps this spring would bring him the friends and home he had longed for all winter long. One sunny morning, his eyes widened as he saw three of the most beautiful birds he had ever seen. They were gliding across the water with such grace and beauty. They had feathers as white as fresh snow, long, elegant necks and gentle eyes. They were swans, truly magnificent creatures. He was so enchanted by their beauty that he forgot to be afraid, even though he still felt so plain. He bravely began to swim towards them, his heart beating with a mix of fear and wonder. He expected them to chase him away, just like the geese had done. Feeling so plain and clumsy, he bowed his head down low, looking at his own reflection in the shimmering water. But the reflection he saw wasn't a clumsy, gray bird at all. He looked closer, his eyes wide with surprise at the image in the water. Staring back at him was a beautiful creature with a long, graceful neck. His feathers were bright and white, just like the magnificent swans around him. He wasn't an ugly duckling at all. He had been a baby swan, a cygnet, all along, slowly growing into his true, beautiful self. He had always carried that beauty inside, even when he couldn't see it himself. Now he shone brightly, a truly magnificent swan. The other swans swam over with soft, welcoming calls, their beautiful forms surrounding him. They weren't chasing him away at all. They circled around him, rubbing their soft necks against his in a gentle hello. It was a warm, loving embrace from his new family. For the very first time in his life, he didn't feel different or out of place at all. He felt a deep sense of peace and belonging in his heart. His heart filled with so much joy, he felt like he could float all day. This was where he was meant to be. This was his true home. With a heart full of pure joy, he arched his beautiful neck and spread his strong, white wings. He knew exactly who he was meant to be, a wonderful swan. He swam off gracefully with his new family, finally knowing exactly who he was meant to be. He was a beautiful